Hi, so our next movement and process is grounding. So there's been quite a lot of support around where our body allows us to focus and what we want our mind and body to feel. And there's certainly been a lot of information out there, certainly on my feeds, around grounding with your feet and getting into the soil, getting into the grass. I certainly love having my feet in the sand. And for me, definitely being around water is a massive part of my grounding process. So whatever resonates for you in that, I'd suggest you just start to explore that a little bit. It is a really great way for us to feel a little bit more connected to ourselves and to the nature that we have around us as well. Within Reset, I want us to experiment a little bit more around our awareness to the now. So to the present time, and what becomes important within that is actually, that is really all that is right now. So being able to acknowledge that, and I've certainly found a really powerful tool within different environments to bring myself back to the moment. So how do we do this? 5 things that you can see visually. 4 things that you can touch. 3 things that you can hear. 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. So write that down and pop it somewhere where, again, you can reflect on that as you go through your day, particularly at those times when you need to just hone in and give yourself a little bit of time. And those grounding exercises around visual, touch, hearing, taste, it's around us focusing on what we're feeling, how we are, and where we sit within our own body at this point in time. And the next process I want to go through and guide us with is movement. So I've been a Pilates instructor, yoga instructor, and physiotherapist for over 15 years. So that idea around clarity of movement, moving well, quality, it has its place, but we know that after major surgeries, we don't have the quality that we're after. We don't have capacity to move exactly how we might want to, or how our partner might, or our friend might. And so we have to modify these in a way that works best for us. One of the most valuable things that I think I can share is stretching, morning stretching, daily stretching. You see your dog and your cat do it, right? Every time they get up from their lying position, they take those lovely long stretches. But we seem to forget that, and we seem to feel like we can manage our bodies because society tells us so. We have on our alarm, we get out of bed. So I want to run through a few slow, steady stretches that you can do from morning to rest time to sitting, and allow yourself to modify those as you feel you need to. I'm going to pop them on a separate link actually, because there's quite a few of them that I want you to explore for yourself. And I will put some modifications in there. Obviously with my knee and my chest, I'm a little bit limited. I get quite a bit of postural hypotension, so I'm going to use a chair. So all of these things are ways that you can also modify your programs, and if you are stuck or unsure how best to modify for you, feel free to get in touch, and again, I'll leave details. I'll talk you through a few of them. So we're talking about stretching tips of toes to tips of fingers when lying in bed. We're talking about lengthening and stretching when sitting off the edge of the bed with one arm reaching up and over. And we'll go through these. We're talking perhaps after you've had a walk out in the morning, or before you go for a leg stretch, to take some poses, and these would probably be a child's pose, a thread the needle, and possibly a down dog or an up dog motion. And I'll show you those in the clip, a separate clip. So these little bursts of exercise are what we need to support our health, to what we need to allow our body to start to become energized. And again, we have really good evidence if we can move ourselves slowly, controlled, but get that motion going, lengthen through our muscles, clear our headspace somewhat, then our next part of that process, that habitual patterning to do this more often, and the ability to understand how and when to do it and how it feels for you, becomes a lot easier. I'll pop those through on a separate link, as I said, so feel free to click onto that. I'll pop it as a link below.